Or more accurately, the ones who watch this later on YouTube, or accurately, the one person who watches this later on YouTube, because let's be honest, that's around the number we get up to here. I'm building again, because I still don't have the emotional energy to do anything I do not personally enjoy. I need to figure out how to deal with stress in other ways, but yeah. That's never gonna happen in that. Like, we all know it, come on. How loud is Minecraft? And how do I figure that out? The sound sounds weird to me. I don't know why. Okay, here we can hear sound. Give me a second. We're just gonna do this. We're gonna go here. Okay, okay, it's not a lot of sound. I just needed to check. Okay, just like this was the one that was running. Anyways, I am building a mountain right now, because I don't know what else to do. The Asian area is the most boring area I've built right now, and I just, like, adding a mountain or two, like, landscaping it a bit, moving some of the sakura trees and then rebuilding them in a better position, probably by hand when they look better. We have little those little ones. I kind of just want to make it look better, because, and also I'm gonna make like the Asian houses smaller, because like this is like doesn't look that big for me at the time, but like now this room is big enough for me to make a dorm. You don't need as much space. I can't even center stuff with this like build without it looking weird. If I make it in the middle, like move it on over there, it's gonna look weird compared to that thing. And terrible, terrible. I hate it. Everything like it's this thing, and then the concept of the stuff in there. Like because it has to do with January Akane, there has to be sake. It's literally a god of sake. It's also a god of agriculture. And the reason I'm saying it and not she or he is because the Inari Akane is most gender neutral freaking thing there is for Japanese gods, I'm pretty sure. Like, sometimes an old man like Ronas, sometimes a young female. It just takes whatever the fuck form it wants to. And because this is gonna be a roleplay world, I think it would be fun if like whichever one is the child of the Inari Akane. It's like being a gender they don't feel comfortable in, and just like asking like if they can do something about it, and like just one of the camp counselors looking at them like you do know that you have the innate ability to transform. Do we need to teach you? Like just because they are literally like the one I remember that would be able to, and that I haven't already like ascribed a character for. The Asian area is also the only area in this world that I have not assigned like which god's child is gonna be like the camp counselor of. Like I was thinking maybe a kitsune. But maybe some other god. Like it has to be something that could like add something on. Somebody that would have been a reason for like the main person who owns the island to have kept on for so long that they became friends and stuff. Like power? The other one is she has enough power. She wouldn't care. I mean, one of them she's keeping on just because they remind her of an old friend. Another one because they are extremely good at smurfing, aka Son of Hephaestus. Like, I need to find out more characters for this. I hate removing these trees. They're so pretty. I love the big trees, but I know how to make them. I know how to replicate it. need to remind myself of that. I can replicate it. I can replicate it. Just break it down. Like the best part, you can't even burn them because I don't have fire on. Because I'm not letting anything be out of my control in this world. Every block has to be manually changed or use /fill on. And I am fine with that. I will do it. I'd rather do that than accidentally like fire in the Nordic area and have every single hut burn down. Although I do kind of want to burn that thing down. Just burn it down and redo it. I just want to destroy that thing and redo it. It's too square. I'm gonna look up some old like Japanese, Chinese, Asian, big, like probably like some type of imperial building because it's pretty big. Like look at how does the outside look? I want a big central area because I need like the main training room. Like the dojo area of it. Because where the hell else am I supposed to put it? The Egyptian area has a lot of knowledge and books and stuff. The Greek area is, I don't know what they're adding. They have a giant outdoor pool. The Egyptians do that too. I don't know. I need to find something for them too. But like, it doesn't feel right to give them an arena. Because like, again, with like ancient Greek, which is the Hellenistic period specifically, from 300 BC to, I think it was 300 BC anyways, but like from 300 BC to 31 BC. I researched it earlier. Don't worry. Except for if you're in my D&D group, don't worry. Because that is connected to that. But after that, it's no longer the Hellenistic period, aka the period that I'm letting that Greek pension over there be based on. It is the period where the Greeks took over. I think I actually have it on my phone. Like, I still have, like, Google searches open with it. Basically, I was trying to figure out, like, would silk be a realistic resource for them to have at that point? Which it might, depending on when in the Hellenistic period I put it. Like, silk had existed for, like, 3,000 years at that point. But it had mostly been restricted to China. For a long time. Oh, was it China or was it Japan? I don't know. I don't remember now. I'm mixing them up. Give me a second. Give me a second. I have it on my phone. I have it on my phone. Oh no, this is the wrong one. Wait, no, this one is asking how expensive it is. That's the wrong one. If I just remove this and then like I know I have a previous search with it, so it should show up like that. When was silk invented? The part of the silk originated in China in the Neolithic, the 14th millennium. Not the 14th, the 4th millennium. Hey, that's 4,000 years before, so that's 6,000 years. Okay, it's existed for 6,000 years now. That's a lot of years. At the very least, it's close to being 6,000. I don't know, like, there's no way. But yeah, it's China. Okay. But like towards the later half, like pretty close to year 0, it left China out to the rest of the world as well. If Google is to be trusted. I made a quick Google search. I had to make like a ton of Google search that day. I didn't have energy to double check everything. This is my D&D campaign, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm gonna double check anything like with the religion of it, because that's actually gonna be important. This is just to figure out how to do with the economy of the game. Which I don't give a shit for anyways at this point. It's just complicated. I'm just gonna use it to judge like which character has fancy clothing and which one does not. AKA royalty or priests with the fancy clothing, and non-fancy, more normal clothing for everybody else. Okay, maybe a merchant might have access to more expensive stuff because, well, that's what they work with on a daily basis. Although they would probably not wear it themselves because, well, why would they wear it themselves? They can sell it. That's their entire deal. Selling shit. So seriously, just quick thing. For the, like, if anybody has looked at, like, how the D&D, like, there's a site where it has, like, D&D prices, and on the livestock, there is 2 creatures that has been put on the livestock. Geese, or goose, or calf, I don't care what you call it, it's the bird that's aggressive and will eat you, or at least look like it's gonna eat you. It seriously looks like it's gonna eat you, like, fucking, I haven't ever been attacked by one. But those videos give me anxiety. Like, why? Why? But the second one that's there, as livestock, it's a human being. That's like actually buying them in the game. Like how much they would cost in the game. And it's just kind of like, why? What demented D&D group is going to buy a person? Like, why is that the one it mentions? It doesn't. It isn't even like, oh, it's mentioning every single creature you could pay for, and it like they are probably in some part of D&D world being born. Like, no. There is only people and geese on that list. It's like, where are the sheep? What? Where are the goat? Where's everything else? Why? Who the hell made this list? Why did they prioritize getting humans on? That's creepy. That is creepy and very concerning. And I'm laughing at it because it's just really weird. Like, good thing about me, I deal with weird stuff, but I've just been like laughing. Like, okay. Back slowly after the room while acting as if I'm finding it funny. I'm just gonna leave the room if anybody notices I'm not actually finding it funny. I'm gonna go find the corner. Or in this case, wonder what kind of demented D&D group needs that information. Unless they're trying to buy one free? Like, buy it and free it? I don't know. Why else would you? Like, it isn't even like, oh, this is what it would cost to hire somebody. No, this is how it costs to buy somebody's entire life and force them into servitude. It's like, I'm not gonna say the actual word. If you don't know the word, then you're too young to know it anyways. But like, just, why D&D? Why? It isn't. I don't even think it's in the handbook. I don't know. I haven't looked lately. I just know I was on that one side, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I can actually check which list it is because I still have it saved because it had a lot of other items that I needed to know. DAND wiki.com 4th edition trade goods. It's like 1 goose, 50 cup pieces. One freaking person, 200 cup pieces. Like, what the fuck? I mean, like, yeah, at least you're not selling them cheap. It's like, okay, they have value, but why the fuck are you selling them? And why is there no other animals? There's no other living creatures, and it's creepy. It's like, did you miss somebody? Did you forget? Like you wrote down geese. Okay, good. Then you wrote down people. Okay, I'm questioning your sanity now. Then you wrote down nothing else. Okay, yeah, there's something's wrong with whoever made it. Like, what the fuck? Like, it says livestock, so you would expect, like, maybe some horses, goats, sheep, cows, pigs, chickens. Let's be honest, there should be chickens. Like, geese. Okay, what are players using geese and people for? Is this some type of demented version of the peasant cannon? Are you just like buying 1,000,000 people and then giving them a goose and telling them to throw it? Like what? I don't know why I just came up with that. That is scary. I just like for like okay, many people, okay, but hiring, but like that's not hiring. It uses the word for like more serious version of it, but like it's just why? Why is it put together with the goose? And why is none of the other creatures mentioned? It's weird. It's uncomfortable. And it's weird. And I am concerned for whoever's sanity made that. Like, do you need help? Like, somebody needs help, definitely. I'm still waiting for the other guys to join in the VC. I'm just sitting in the VC, waiting for some other people to join. If they're gonna join, I hope they're gonna join. I'm bored. Considering the topic I'm talking about right now, I think you can tell I'm bored. Also that I shouldn't be left unsupervised when my medicine for like my ADHD medicine has run dry. Which it did a long time ago because I didn't take it for like my... What is it called? It's not dinner. Dinner is the later one. It's not breakfast. Breakfast is the other one. It's lunch. Lunch. It's lunch. That's what it's called. Yeah. It would be easy. Like the one like for the like in Danish it's easier. It's easier to understand. It's morgenmad, middagsmad, aftensmad. It's literally morning food, mid food, evening food. Like it's so simple. Like breakfast, okay, yeah, I can remember that one. You break the fast of sleeping. Like you technically you were fasting while you're sleeping, and you broke the fast now. Now you're eating again. Like dinner? Where does that come from in the English language? What is its meaning? I know it can't just be a word. It has to have a deeper meaning of some type. Where did it come from? Where did it come from? Where did it go? I have too much energy. I'm so cooked up, but I didn't do so. It's like, why? That's not. That doesn't. Those two things do not belong together. That's so wrong. And somehow very intriguing because I'm wondering the sanity of whoever made this, and I kind of want to know. Like, you know when something just is so disturbing you just need to know? But at the same time you don't want to know? Like, you don't want to know because, But at the same time you need to know because, like... That is how humanity is about accidents. Like, oh no, somebody, like, oh, cars hit each other. Well, people can easily drive around it, but they're not because they're too busy looking at it. That's why the traffic slows. Like, if it happens, like, when there's multiple lanes, traffic will still slow because people just want to look. Like, we will look at accidents. Like, other people's misfortune. For some reason, that's interesting to humanity. What the fuck's wrong with us? Like, what the hell is wrong with us? It's creepy. But at the same time, we all sucking to it. It might just be a way of, like, look at the danger, don't let it sneak up on you, maybe? But that doesn't make sense when it's from an accident, but it might just be, like, a psychological thing. What does I talk about? Alright, why I can't, like, stop focusing on that thing. It's just, it's weird. Just quick thing about me, you guys might be able to keep straight, like, when I jump over from one topic to another. I can't. I will probably talk about, like, 20 different things today, and I will... Remember I talked about, like, 5 of them. Because I will be fully present in mind for, like, 5 of them. The rest of them, it's just me rambling. Because, yeah, you're listening to somebody with ADHD. Welcome to the Ramble Train. Just be happy none of the others have joined yet. Right now in the group I'm sitting in, where any of them could join, ADD. I don't think that one has anything. I think that one has something. I'm not sure about that one. That one's new. And that one has ADHD. And then there's me who has ADHD. Okay, there might not be that many in here, but if I was to join into the other groups, there would be more. There would be many more. I have too many friends with ADHD. Or ADD. Or who's just on the spectrum in general. Normal people boring. Before any like normal person get butthurt over it. Like, shush now. You're not doing crazy stuff. That's why you're boring. Go do something fun. Then I can talk. Like not flat out crazy, but like fucking hate like society's like restraints and like people like, oh, this isn't societally acceptable to do. Like, fuck that. Why isn't it? Why the fuck do I have to sit still? I have ADHD. Let me fucking move. I can't sit still. Like, I can't sit still. That's not my fault. If I don't have my medicine, I will literally be jumping in my seat. Like, I cannot sit still. The only times I can is, for example, play Minecraft because I am hyperfixated. Fixated. I was mixing like the Danish word, which is fokusere, with the English word, which makes it so it's not a word anymore. That's great. I broke a word. Hey, that's about restarting something. Well, my brain needs to be restarted. I also realized the other day that the story of like the different siblings of mine, like how we were born and stuff, fits way too much with our personalities now. Like, you can't tell me that I'm not over energetic. The fun fact I was when I was like completely newborn too, because I was flying out. I was not waiting. Like just the nurse telling my mom like, oh, just push. It's gonna be over soon. She pushes and I go flying. They're just like, what the. They had to ask like, did anybody see who's like what end came out first? Like, was it the head? Was it the legs? What came out first? Because they didn't see, because I was too fast. I can hear my dad yell at somebody over the phone because they can't fix the internet themselves. Free entertainment! This is fun. Oh my god, they were like talking about 4 different cores and he still hasn't gotten the other person to understand it. I think they might actually be talking about more areas now. They might be checking more boxes to make sure that nobody else has messed with the other boxes. The gift of being one of the only competent people of my dad's workplace is that he has to do everything. But at the very least help the others do everything. Anything that requires like any niche skill, like any slightly interesting skill, or just basic how to survive. Like how to connect the internet router again after somebody fucked it up. This is fun to listen to. We just oh, this is fun. Oh god, he's like explaining which color it is and the other person's still getting it wrong. Why is this satisfying to hear? It's just like really satisfying, like you feel more successful when you know everybody else is failing. Because it's like, I'm not the only one who fails at life. I'm not alone in this. Yay! Yay! But then you remember that feeling at life and you're just like, oh. Sorry. Didn't mean to find an immense amount of satisfaction in here. It isn't even pain. Incompetence? Is that what word? I don't know. Misfortune? Build up a few layers. I'm just gonna make them like that tall, so I think I'm like going like straight and then up over and go like. They're gonna be the two next to each other. I'm gonna make a few, like maybe a house that's like sitting in between them. That being like the house of whatever character's gonna be the campground stuff for this area. Just remember I have a movie next to me. Getting kind of boring with just placing blocks. I mean, those are big swatches I have to do. Could fix this bridge up a bit. It's rather flat. I kind of want to fix that at some point. This stuff looks a lot like better than what it originally was. Originally, all this shaping and beautiful stuff was just this. Walls. And look! It looks alive! Not great, but it looks alive. It's a start. It's the beginning. Water! Which is supposed to be a actual like building, so it's supposed to be like most of it. We have the Nordic houses, where we actually still have a few left. 1, 2, 3. This here is for the children of. Well, this one is for Hella, Hella's child, or Hel. Hel is like the Danish pronunciation of it is Hel. And then it would be Fenris and Mikason. So the Fenris wolf and Midgard serpent, is that what they call it in English? I don't care. I've grown up with like the Danish pronunciation. I'm gonna base it off the Danish version. Frej and Freya, some which are Van, if I remember it, are they? Yeah, Van. Van. Not Van, but like Van. Which funnily enough, it in English also means something that you usually do. Like it is like, oh, din vane. Like, oh, it's a habit, basically. It sounds exactly the same. I don't think it's the same word, but Frej and Freya. Loki, aka the father of Hel and the Midgard serpent, and Fenris. Frigg and Odin. Frigg. I don't remember how to say it in English. I think it's just Frigg. Frigg and Odin. I don't say Odin, I use the Danish pronunciation because I'm Danish and I've grown up with these beliefs, so these are correctly correct pronunciations. Any Sweden or other person, shut up, I know you have different pronunciations. You can use those in your stuff. Anyways, Frigg and Odin. Sif and Thor. Not Thor, Thor. Ignore the H, it's silent! Or I don't know if it is in Swedish or Nordic. Swedish Nordic people, please answer. But it is in Danish. The H is most of the time silent. It is very silent letter. But oh, and I know that because my brother's name is Thor. And in Legoland in Denmark, there is a attraction that's called Thor's Hammer, aka Thor's Hammer. Funniest thing ever. Everybody else always keeps getting wet and I keep on getting out. Luckily, actually not have gotten soaked in water because it's a water thingy. Anyways, Tyr. Hel. Heimdall. Njord, who's also a Vane. Kvasir. Vane. Balder. Vane. My dog's name is also Balder, so yay. Højder. Wait, no, Balder's not a Vane. Balder is a Ace. So, Asgardian is probably what you guys would know them better as because of Marvel. Yes. Like, most of them, if I don't say they're Van, then they're Ace. But, Van, like, the V is basically just means Van because I didn't want to write it all over again. Balder, Højder, and Loki, aka Loki, has a fun story, by the way. But first, let's start off with V and Ville. Like their story? Pretty simple. Anytime Odin is out doing his shit, which he often is. Like, oh, I'm gonna go to Desping and give one of my eyes for wisdom. Like, every time he's out doing anything like that, doing something stupid, they take over. And they're technically supposed to rule and like keep like check and stuff, but they don't do too good of a job. With not doing too much good of a job, I mean, they're just, they're siblings. They're only siblings around, right? Basically them being like, I want to do this. Well, I want to do that. Well, I want to do this. Well, I want to do that. Like, blah, 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 blah. They're bickering. They're bickering. Like, oh, brother's out. We have an opportunity to rule while he's gone. This is our responsibility when he's not here. Yep. Like, freaking Susie Rowers, like, freaking playing rock at each other. Anyways, Herda and Belter. The O with the line through is it's a Danish letter. I don't know if it's also another language, but Balder and Hyder. He kills him. He's blind. Okay, so quick backstory. Balder, I'm pretty sure his mom, went around, like, they had been told in a prophecy, like, Balder's gonna die. So she goes around getting everything and everyone in the entire world, like, everything from like every piece of grass to every stone to every single person to every bug to promise her that they will not hurt him. All the other gods think this is really funny and not even shooting stuff at him because he can't die. The weapons can't hurt him. Nothing can hurt him. He's not gonna die. He can't die. Like, they're just testing weapons on him. He's having fun because he can't die. He can't even get hurt from it. He don't want to join. He is blind. So Loki, who is a jackass, Loki, I'm looking at you, decides to be like, hey, Balder's mom forgot this one mistletoe. I'll make an arrow out of that and make blind Herder shoot it at Balder. That'll be fun. Yeah, but Balder died. I don't think anybody blamed Herder for it, but like, later on, Loki kind of just laughs it off like, it's not like I killed Balder. Oh wait, I did. Yeah, that kind of results from him getting tied up. And that is why there's earthquakes. Every time that his wife has to take the ball from above his head, like, and bring it out to pour out the venom, the snake venom dripping from on top of Loki keeps swimming onto his face, and he, like, wriggles in pain and earthquake. He will get free at Ragnarok. Where Fenris, who's Fenris gonna fight again? I don't remember who Fenris does. I don't remember if it's okay. Thor and Odin. I don't remember which one does like Fenris and which one does the wolf. Somebody gets killed by something. Like, a lot of them dies. Hel and her siblings and Loki are not like the main. They're not in the gods. Like, they're kind of just like, fuck you inside of this. The fun thing is, if Odin hadn't decided to throw Hela, if he hadn't decided to throw Hel, or Hela, if he hadn't thrown her into the underworld, she wouldn't have had any strength over the dead. She wouldn't have been like goddess of death. She wouldn't have had an army of dead people to walk on Ragnarok with. Oh, how smart of you, Odin! You're such an idiot. Midgard 7, aka Migasonen, wouldn't have been. Was it just a tiny little, sweet little baby snake, little baby noodle? That's why he made the ocean so he won't become a big world-eating snake. He eats the ocean constantly. Now he's big enough to eat his own tail around the earth until he can eat the earth. Good idea. They call you a genius. People are idiots here. And Fenris Ulven, probably like the Fenris Wolf, like probably the stupidest thing they could have done. They decided, like, okay, we don't know what to do with him. We're just gonna keep him for a while and see if we figure out what to do with him. He was really good friends with Tyr. they decide to try and chain him up. They bring like a normal chain. He breaks it. Like they play it off as like, oh, it's just a game. We'll see like if you can break the chain. Like we'll see if you can break it and stuff. And like keep coming up with bigger and bigger ones. And the wolf thinks it's fun and like bigger and bigger ones. Like yeah, I'm gonna break it. Then like they decide to ask. I think it was the dwarves for help, if I remember right. The dwarves makes this thin little thread of golden string, if I remember right, or it was a metal one. I don't remember, but it's the thinnest little like string. I don't remember if it's like a thin string or like a thin chain. But when they showed that to the wolf, he's like, I don't trust this. Somebody put their arm in my mouth. I will bite your arm off if you're lying to me. Nothing will happen if you aren't lying to me. If you're still just playing the game, then it's fine. But like, if I can't get free, I'm gonna bite your arm off. Sure, his best friend is like, I'll do it. Puts his arm in. Emrys can't get free of the chain, of course, because the gods tricked him. And Tyr loses an arm. That wolf, like like the wolf was like a sentient wolf that was completely 100 and like 1,000% like willing to just be with the gods. Like oh, I get to play with the gods. I get to be friends with God. Yay! I get to be friends with like all Nordic gods. Yay! Playing around. Oh, I'm getting big. Yeah, but we're still just playing. Come on. Like, no, let's chain up the big puppy, which just wants love. Let's just chain that one up. Nothing's bad gonna happen. It's not gonna get angry at us. We're not giving it a motive at all to kill us in the future. This isn't suicidal at all. Oh wait, it was. Very suicidal, actually. Very stupid. They weren't so smart. What's wrong with the shape of the houses? Alright, this is half blocked and I haven't fixed the inside yet, so if I go in here... we can do this in the end. Is half a block fine? Half a block's fine. Okay, so nothing's wrong, nothing's wrong. I just need to check. Me double checking my math before I realize I've gone wrong. I'm gonna make like this into, it doesn't have to just like stone, but not like just stone. It's gonna be stone. Smooth stone. Right? Yeah, it's smooth stone. And side. Stone. Polished andesite. Horn coral? Yes, I got it right. It's the blue one. It's the brain. Yeah, it's brain coral. Thank God. Tough. And this is the wood. This is the, yeah, it's the inside wood. These two are too dark. I just broke it! I just broke a swatch. 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 What the fuck did I just do? No! Ew! Wrong block. There you go. This is too dark to fit in with that, so they can't fit in with it. This. Look at this. Look at all of this sealed away. Never to be seen again. Or the one who sealed it away wants it to never be seen again, but you don't get what you want, lady. Not when I control this, and I am thinking emotional damage for your character arc. Because the character is perfectly built up. Like, if you look at, like, let's look at a Sims character. Perfectly built up at everything except for relationships. That's boring. She's perfectly, like, mentally stable. She's perfectly strong and stuff. I'm gonna mentally break her down. Like, that was probably also weaken some of her skills and stuff. Cause, like, she wouldn't be as good as herself if, like, she's completely mentally broken down. I'm basically gonna nerf a character that's, like, perfect. Like, she starts out as perfect and she gets majorly nerfed by emotional damage. Then she has to find her way back to before. She's not gonna be as exciting as the other characters. Her character arc is gonna be a slow burn, which is not gonna be as interesting as the secondary cast, which I am completely fine with. Like, a secondary main character is like the son of Hephaestus. He's gonna be dating the daughter of Loki. And he's like a slightly like shy, stumbling boy who's only really confident. If somebody tries to hurt his friends, then it's like, okay, I'm done. Okay, fuck you. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah, just stay there. Just stay there. Just stay there. Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Just stay there. Yep. Get over here. You're done. You did not just do that to my friends. Get over here. Like that kind of character. Like, no one needs to be like, oh, hell, yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Yeah. Okay. Because, like, he's, like, the camp counselor for the area, so it's just kind of a level of, like, we'll see what we can do to fix that. You don't need to worry, we'll fix it, we'll find a way to fix it, although it's not something that's supposed to be fixed, but sure. Whatever. If it's not important to you, we'll fix it. Like, that kind of character. And then for the Daughter of Loki one, it's more of a... So you know how Loki acts in Marvel? but like slightly more womanly and like less evil. And like one person they'll listen to, and that is the Egyptian camp counselor, because they know, like, okay, she's so old and she knows so much. And at this point she is so good at predicting how situations are gonna turn out. If she's telling me to stop, that means somebody's gonna die if I don't, so I'm just gonna stop. Because he, like, the other one will literally tell you, okay, you're out of danger again, you can make tricks again. It's like, oh, yes, like, back to it. It's like, it's just like, okay, and I know when to step back. This is not a good idea. This is, okay. Sitting patiently waiting, kind of annoyed, just like, when can I start again? Until she gets the green light to create chaos again, it's just like, yes! The rest of the camp just screaming like, no. Lily. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get more out of that movie. So you're gonna take the other thing to make. Something like, I don't remember how many there are again, but like every different Greek aspect of love there is. I want a new daughter of Aphrodite. Aphrodite. So like Eros is a deep connection of love and emotion. Mania is a love type that prioritizes ownership and possession of the other person rather than the person's well-being. AKA toxic as fuck relationship. There's also one that represents love of family. I think there's also one that represents friends. I don't remember if that's the same one as the love of family one. There's like different love ones. Basically, like obsessive love, like the really unhealthy one that nobody wants. Love in the form of hours. And then family love, okay, the love of your family, like like you love your family, right? Like love your family, and they love you. And that is something's wrong. What else in the other room? There's but I have something in my eye. Hey, it's like there's one giant tree there. That's why that pot was there. Also there, I want a giant tree. There's gonna be one over here. I remembered right. Yeah, we have Gaia. I'm gonna remove these trees because I hate them now. I'm just gonna basically make this area like really like beautiful. Like if you look in the front of the garden, like look, she's a little fence for like where her garden is. Like this is her garden area. You see there's like flowers in the grass and everything, aka flower bushes. Daughter of Hera. Of course, like the virgin goddess. Gotta have something to hide behind when you're just changing. That's directly in the child of Poseidon's look. Don't know if the child of Poseidon is gonna be a male or female. For Hera, I'm thinking like you're not actually the blood child because you wouldn't cheat on Zeus. Although he cheats all the time, she's not gonna do it because she is a goddess of family and she's not gonna do it. Like, for the virgin goddesses, which include Hera, Artemis, Athena, and no, Demeter's not. Hestia is. Hestia. Okay, so it's Hestia. The virgin goddesses are Hestia, Athena, Artemis. Yeah, Artemis, Athena, and Hestia are virgin goddesses. They never did any of that dirty stuff. Hera is loyal to her husband, although he's not loyal to her. But let's be honest, at this point she's just like, you're not getting anything until you start being loyal. And he's not starting being that anytime soon, so yeah. So I'm thinking like Hera, like both for Hera, for Hestia, for Artemis and Apollo. No, not Artemis and Apollo. For Artemis and Athena. Like all of them, like let's be honest, they would not have found a new partner at that time. So creating them from scratch from clay, I guess. Like I'm just like sculpting a little one. It's like yeah, now I have a child. Like I'm not gonna do the dirty stuff. But I have a child now. Now I have a smart child to later on to knowledge, aka also, like smart in war. Moonchild, Royal Child, Flame Bearing Child, which they would probably all have daughters, because they would have crafted them from scratch. Artemis' Archer's almost all female. Although, like, I don't see problem with like Hestia's priests all female, so I think Hestia probably all female. Would probably have a female child, like sculpted. But I don't see the problem with like Artemis or Athena maybe actually making a gender neutral one, just being like, we don't care for this. We don't need that. We're not gonna do any of that anyways. We're gonna follow in my footsteps, so why should they care about any of that? Let's be honest, Ares definitely fucks. Well, even though in lore, he fucks Aphrodite, who is funnily enough married to Hephaestus. Illoyal whore. Okay, we know Zeus fucks, we know Poseidon fucks. Hades has a wife. Dionysus, I'm pretty sure he has a list of lovers. Hermes, pretty sure he fucks too. Apollo, you fuck stuff too. We know that. Oh, my love is dated to a flower, fucking Greek gods at this point. Like, she's dated to a flower. Yeah, because you were chasing her, she was trying to get away. Leave her alone. Or Pan, literally, like, oh, the nymph turned into weaves to get away from me. So I cut the weaves and turned them into an instrument I could always have my lips on. AKA, oh, the woman tried to run away. I turned into something I could always have my lips on. What the fuck, dude? Why? That is so disgusting. Like Greek gods and consent. I think the one who's shown the most concern about himself is Hades. And he is still kept in that episode 5. Granted, the original hymn, I think it's the hymn to the Mater it was written in. There's the original story, the only one we have that we know is true, the one that is written on a stone tablet. The rest of, like, okay, before anybody's like, oh, she went down there willingly. No, she didn't. That is a story that was written by a woman not that many years ago, actually. Like, we aren't talking 1,000 years here, we're talking like 100 or something. At most. Who reread all the Greek stories for her daughter so that she wouldn't have to expose her daughter to Greek mythology in the form of what the fuck Zeus is doing to the random woman he just found. AKA turning her into a cow so that he can fuck her later. Which she's not okay with, by the way. She did not want to. So, literally just a mom being like, we're not gonna show that to each other. Nope. But in the actual story, as far as I've figured out so far, Hades like, ooh, pretty. Asks Zeus, can I have her? Zeus like, sure, just take her. Which means it was accepted by Zeus, the father of the bride. Which means it's basically marriage in Greek time. If anybody gets angry, like, Hades was literally the best husband you could have gotten. And the most respectful. Yeah. Anyways, Tomatoes gets saying blah 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 blah. She wants the daughter back, blah blah blah. Can only get her back for half the year. But like Hades lets her go for like half the year. He's like you can like go talk to her mother. He doesn't tell like she's okay. Like the mess being overjoyed, like, oh, my daughter's back, and it's like, but she can't stay because she ate food, and it's like but it's like, okay, compromise. She'll have to stay for the amount of like pomegranate seeds she ate. She'll have to stay that amount of time in the underworld. Which brings another thing: is she not eating from now on every time she's in the underworld? Because before anybody's like, oh, maybe it doesn't count anymore. No. One of her epithets is the fasting one. The fasting one. That's half the year. Like, honey, I hope you're eating something for the rest of the year. Or Hades found some ways to, like, nourish you in the meantime. Poor girl. Just because her mom is, like, obsessed with having her back. I'm not gonna mention the story about how the sun disk was made, although now when I walk over here I remember it and I just heard it randomly when I was scrolling through shorts, and like one of the mythology people like I follow, and they just mentioned it. And I'm just like okay, I was actually about to throw up in my mouth. It's like, oh well, when it dawned on me, the first like I listened to it and then I was like, wait, like wait for the shots, like do we do it? And it's like listening again, it's like, what? Like like kind of being a shock and just like ew, and then it comes out again and you hear the same set, like the word again, and it's like, he is serious, like he means it, like disgusting, yeah, that kind of thing, because mythology is disgusting. And that thing is terrible to know, considering, like, fly out here. The different towers represent the gods, like Isis, Osiris, Ra, Set, this Horus, and then I think it was that's right, which I don't remember the name of. I think one of the gods is Nephis. I don't remember which one. Nephis. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know where he comes in, but like, okay, so let's start off. Osiris, Set. They're siblings. They're brothers. Isis is Osiris' wife. Okay, they're married. They have Paris. They have uncle and nephew. Oh, just like if you are an adult, or you just have a strong stomach for like stuff where you want to puke. Like if you're like all sorts of like, oh I can't like with weird disgusting stories, then don't find it. But like if you can deal with them, it's not like really graphic. It's just kind of like ew. And why does it sound like something boss would do, except for the fact that, well, the result is different. It sounds like if guys were on drugs, they would do it. But the result would be different. There wouldn't result a Sundisk out of it. But apparently when two Egyptian gods end up doing that, it ends up with a Sundisk, and it's disgusting, and oh my god. They're related! That's his nephew. It just started out like the myth just started out with them fighting again, like they always do. Why? 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 They didn't even do anything. Like there weren't even physical contact. It was something else, like something else that hit one of them, and then it happened, and then why? Like one of them hit them with something, and then it happened. Why? Ew. Ew. I can't say it because YouTube wouldn't allow me. Or Twitch wouldn't allow me. Nothing would allow me to say this. Like, are you fucking crazy? No, they wouldn't. Like, ew. Like, if you can take it, look up the story because it's kind of funny. It kind of be funny. Because it shows that somebody was definitely on something when they were making the story, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah. And then you remember it's old gods, and you just remember like, oh yeah, they're weird. Like yeah, oh yeah, now I remember, they're weird. It just normal for them. This disgusting thing is normal for them. It's fine, it's fine. I'm just gonna go puke. Somewhere. I don't know where. I'm getting kind of tired. It's getting late. Wait, where am I flying? Ah, I'm not flying. I'm going to this thing. I know where this thing is. This is right next to this. I need to extend that out, actually. Some of the sand, which was 6, 5, so that's 4. So it's like out here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is basically just like where it's gonna be. Beep, 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 beep. We're backing, we're backing, we're backing. I'm gonna be doing it from like 3 blocks above, so I can't like accidentally go out like that. But for that, I need it to be like unstable by 1. Which allows me to do it mindlessly when I actually do it. I don't care for those two. So right now I can do literally anything else. I have my little finger on shift, I have my middle finger on W, and then I just have my other hand, I just have a finger on the placing button, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If we move it slightly, and there we go, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If I look straight down. What if I do this? It changes the speed of this I do it. This blocks. This is how I build the majority of the things. Just usually I'm listening to something on YouTube and my brain is completely disconnected from the game. It is not thinking about anything. My brain is completely on something else, focusing on something else, focusing on nothing sometimes. Maybe some music. Maybe like a series I found on YouTube. Literally anything. Anything else than building. That's also why I can ramble pretty easily while building, because my brain is already trained to like just turn off the building part and then focus on something else. Like I can easily talk to somebody else while doing this, but I guess streaming is so easy for me right now because I'm not stressed right now. Plus, when I'm alone, I can ramble because I don't feel like, oh, is it the other person's time to talk? Should I shut up? I shouldn't be talking right now, should I? I should shut up. I shouldn't be talking. Like people keep telling me to like talk less, so I should just shut up. But when I'm alone, and by the way, this isn't like for anybody who I like talk with someone once in a while. It's not you, automatically. Like Philip. That is not to make you, like to go into. This is just literally a thing of I am psychologically trained from childhood to like know that like nobody wants to hear you talk. Shut the fuck up, music. Makes it really easy when I don't actually have like other friends with ADHD and like should be able to talk like crazy now because well they have it too. They're gonna talk like crazy too. No, can't because psychologically my brain won't let me because it's wrong. I'm gonna judge you. Shut up! Don't let them. Don't let them. No, don't let them judge you. Don't let them judge you. That kind of thing. Just a few more offensive words tossed in. Like idiot and useless. Those kind of things. Like calling yourself that. That kind of thing. I'm fine. You don't need to worry. I'm fine. I'm completely fine. I'm not. I'm never gonna get help for it. This is my closest thing to help is these streams. Because I get to ramble. It's actually kind of nice. And I don't care that it's on YouTube because I literally don't give a fuck about shit anymore. But seriously, I began to realize like how many people I know are like passive in how to deal with stuff. I'm not passive, I'm passive aggressive. Like, oh, you think you can do that? But I'm passive aggressively going to remind you that while acting like I'm friendly. So unless you want to act like an asshole and unrealistically like a whore, you're going to have to do as I say, because I already turned it into a war after psychologically war. Don't try me, bitch. You could have been nice from the start and none of this would have happened. But now I'm gonna freaking attack you. Like, just like, hear about somebody's problem with somebody where somebody else is like not acting right, and it's just like immediately just like, this dagger is verbal, and you shall never see it coming. You shall only feel it after I've gotten what I need. While I will be chilling in a pool, completely chill after finishing it. Content. You shall realize you were tricked by somebody because you were being an unreasonable whore. I'm a Slytherin. I'm not a mean Slytherin, I'm not evil. I'm not all Slytherins are freaking evil, you cockroach, or whatever the fuck is the first word for Harry Potter. Like, I'm a Slytherin. And it physically hurts me to see other people act like Gryffindors or Hufflepuff when it comes to, like, problem resolution. So, like, okay, Ravenclaw I can deal with, because, like, okay, they're doing the intelligent ones. Because, like, with Gryffindor, with all due respect, running headfirst into it, like, an emotionally vulnerable situation, guys, isn't a good idea. And for Hufflepuffs, Hufflepuff went, okay, my friend, just sit down, let me deal with it. You don't want to deal with it because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I know. Now let me do it. I'll give you your stuff back. That's not theirs. They are being a fucking thief without keeping your stuff. But with, like, Ravenclaw is just kind of like, I know how to do more efficient in this situation, but your option will give the same result, so sure. It'll give the same result. And it'll be viewed as less social taboo than social manipulation. Like if somebody has something of yours, and like they're supposed to have delivered it back, but they haven't done it yet. Like for example, if you know they've been in this stressful situation lately, but you also know like they're just not delivering it back because they don't want to. Like calls them up and it's like, hey, or like messages them like, hey, I know that you haven't delivered this back yet. I know you're in a stressful situation. Would it be easier for you if I just came and picked it up myself? Remember, if you ever need it, you can ask me to borrow it. Basically be like, oh, you're not gonna technically lose it because you can borrow it anytime, which you're not gonna let them because they're fucking who's gonna try and steal it. You've already established this. Your other behavior. Monitor all behavior from a person before you enact any of these maneuvers. Just a tip, hint. Otherwise you may lose an actual friend. Never go the manipulation route until you're completely sure the other person is a scumbag. I never do it. Like I will literally just be like, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. I don't want to ruin anything. Like they'll be like, okay, we can get back at some point. Plus they'll also be like, I can either ignore this, but they know other friends of mine and can comment on this. This is social suicide if I do that. Basically, trap them in a solution where trap them in a scenario where the only solution is for them to do what you want. Unless they want to like be completely socially unacceptable. Or like that's literally the only other option is that you're socially unacceptable and the devil will ruin every single other friendship of yours just by the mere mention of this situation. It's either that or you give me my stuff back. And you won't even realize that it's that dire. And if you do, you'll realize that that's the only option. If you don't realize that that's what I'm doing, then you're just gonna think like, oh, they're trying to be nice, and I can borrow it later if I need it. Don't try me. I am hyper manipulative if it comes to somebody slighting me. If somebody has made me feel like they've fucking betrayed me, I will go like, I won't actually do the manipulation, but my brain will prepare 15 different scenarios for how to hurt them back if they do anything more. It's just like you are on thin ice. You're barely on ice anymore. That is not ice anymore. If that thing breaks, you do one more thing, I'm breaking. Although they would usually have to continually do it, or I'll just be like, ugh, it's not worth spending energy on. But if they continually do it, I will spend my energy on it. But if they stop, I won't, because it's not worth it. My brain will like, if you only do it once in a while, my brain will like think like 20 different like freaking revenge plans, but I won't do it. It's too much energy. But if you do it consistently enough, and I feel consistently enough attacked, I've gotten the confidence over the years. I am a fucking bitch with an I think. I haven't actually gotten to the point because I keep giving people too many chances. Do I have a feeling it's gonna be fucking Doomsday today? I don't. I have way too much pent up aggression, and I can't get it out anyway. The only time I really like get to yell and stuff is like when I yell at the dog. So shut the fuck up! It's way too early for you guys to be beginning to yell at us. Shut up! There's still like 3 hours till you're supposed to be walked. Just shut up. Go in the garden. You can go in the garden. The door is open. If you need to freaking shit, you can go out there. It's too early to walk. I just want to sit. I haven't even had my lunch yet. I'm supposed to eat lunch before I walk you. Like, Mom walks me in the morning. You walked this morning. Just wait until after I've eaten my lunch. Even then, it would be an hour too early. Like, actually 2 hours too early. But can you at least wait until then? Like, it's the same thing again and again. And it's just torture. I love them, but they can drive me crazy. It's like, shut the fuck up! Or like when you're out there and about to put like the leash on them so you can like walk them. Yip yip yip! Directly into your ear. Not like your ear, like roar, like really loud, like just. There was more that like yip yip yip, but like that's the amount of ones you get. Is like the one with, like, but like this one is just like roar. Directly into your face. It's the same amount as a small dog would do. Okay, like listen here at all the cats up here. This is like half of what one of them does, like 4 times this. Is what I would have to deal with. I'm gonna need more of you guys to get the right amount. None of them are reacting to it. See you guys later. It's getting late for me. I need to go to sleep. Give me a second. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm going to have to go sleep soon. Thanks to whoever is watching this. I can see it says 1 in the corner right now. I'm tired. Anyways, guys, I hope you had a good day, night, evening, morning, whenever, wherever you are in the world, and bye-bye! Bye, guys! That's the wrong button. There.